How's it going, everybody? Billy Muzio here with Full Time Fantasy and the FFWC. I wanted to give everybody a quick update in regards to all the hard work that we have been doing behind the scenes in order to make your playing experience better at Full Time Fantasy and the FFWC. Lots of work has been going on behind the scenes. There's been a ton of updates, a ton of upgrades. The site has been completely redesigned. The lobby has been reworked. The My Teams pages have been reworked. There has been changes up, down, left, right, and I wanted to take a few minutes to show you what those changes entail. So if you go ahead and take a look here, this is now the new playffwc.com website. So you can sign in, go to the homepage, and you can see now that it's been completely revamped. Over here, you can click on the contest that we offer. You have the Fantasy Football World Championship, the Player Profiler Championship, formerly known as the Online Championship. That's a new sponsorship that we have with Player Profiler and Matt Kelly over there, who has been podcasting with us and helping us promote the site to get new players. So an outstanding new partnership, and we're looking forward to the growth that this is going to bring and the new players that we're going to have at the FFWC. Of course, we have our starter leagues here, $25 and $50 best ball leagues. We also have the new Superflex Bowl. I know a lot of you have already been partaking here in this new format. We also have our DFWC dynasties and then, of course, dynasty leagues. So just like any other site, you can just click on that contest. It brings you in. You can see what's going on, the overview here. You can sign up right here. You can go down and look at a little bit more information. So a lot of the same information from the other page, just cleaned up and reworked. And then this is nice and really handy. So the prizes for each contest and the rules are going to be on opposite sides here within every single one of these categories. So you can click on prizes, come on in here, take a look and see what those prizes entail for that given contest. Then you can click on rules, come back in and see what the rules are for that given contest. So that way you understand what's happening inside your drafts. Because as we always say, the first rule of fantasy football is understand your league draft format and the rules. So that is the home pages. As you can see, a lot of changes. Looking nice and purdy over here for everybody. But the other one I want to take you to is the lobby. So I already have a tab up here, but this is the new lobby. Again, your contests are up here. Everyone's familiar with this section here that kind of explains what's going on, the multi-team discounts. So don't forget, if you get 5 packs in the Superflex Bowl, you're going to save $10. Max packs, $18. You're going to save $50. Those are available in the lobby, which is down here. And then also, of course, we have the multi-team discount for the 3 packs of the Player Profiler Championship, and also multi-team discounts for the World Championship if you buy in bulk. So new lobby, new and improved. Again, buttons up here so you can help sort, because there is a lot inside the lobby, as you can see, a lot of different events. So they're already starting to fill up. We have drafts in August already filling. So make sure that you're hopping in these and getting this room filled. But you can organize this lobby here. So let's just go ahead and click on Superflex. And it'll refresh. You can scroll back down, and then you can see all the Superflex drafts that are available. And that way it's nice and easy to sort for you. Again, you can go just by FFWC, scroll on down, take a look, and show all the FFWC drafts that are available for you to join. So don't forget the blue Player Profiler Championship button. It's a little bit different from the yellow, but it is one of our new partners, and so we wanted to highlight that. Again, you can click on that button, come on down, and take a look at the lobby and see what's going on. So please note that we have some special drafts going on. We have the red versus blue drafts that are happening every year. We now have some grind time drafts live as well, the Patriot drafts for the July 4th weekend. So a lot of new lobby features, a lot of new drafts to join. So that's a really awesome, cool tool that you can come in and see just what's going on. My Teams pages. So let's go ahead and head to the My Teams pages. Again, if you're doing this, you just head to the dashboard, go to My Teams. The dashboard is probably the only page that we have not revamped yet. It is on the list, so more updates coming along the way. We have been working tirelessly on the backside to make this platform much more user-friendly for all of our fellow drafters. So let's go ahead and take a look at the new My Teams page. So you'll notice something here, right? You have the blue, the lighter blue, the red. Do you notice a trend here? Look, going back to the World Championship, it's the same colors as the tickets. Yes, we did that deliberately, so you will start to recognize the leagues based upon the colors. So all the league colors are going to be based upon the tickets in here, and if you're like me, you can already see I have a ton of drafts in here, and if you are a big drafter and you have a lot of these and you want to organize them, guess what? We did that for you as well. So instead of having to scroll all the way down here and say, oh man, what league was that in? Okay, it's all the way down here at the bottom. Nope, you don't have to do that. All you have to do now is click FFWC, and boom, all your FFWC drafts are in there. The high stakes drafts are in there right now, but those will be moved to a new tab shortly. If you want to go to Superflex, you say, you know what? I only want to look at my Superflex drafts. There it is. Or you know what? I only want to look at my Player Profiler Championship drafts. I know it was one of these. I'm going to go in there. Boom, Player Profiler Championship. And you can go ahead and get that organized as well. Another thing that is nice inside this Teams page is the new player ownership. And all these are completely revamped. If you recall, the last one didn't have a lot of customizing features, so it was a little bit more clunky, harder to utilize, but we have made this tool very easy for you to see. So you can sort by quarterback, you can sort by running back, you can sort by wide receiver, tight end, defense, the whole shebang, and then you can also go into the league or the format that you're in. If you're like me, you're curious about what you have in an online championship, or the Player Profiler Championship, I should say, or you have the FFWC. This will allow you to figure out what format you have and which players that you have in that format, so you can make sure that you are not drafting a lot of the same players inside a similar format. So again, let's go ahead and online championship. So I have primarily a bunch of Superflex right now, so we will not be going through all the different tabs. Oh, and I'm in defense. That's what it was. So running backs. Okay, there we go. Back to my teams. Okay, you can go to set all lineups now. So this is great. Again, there will be a new tool coming. It's not out yet, but you will be able to search by name, and those lineups will populate with that player's name. As that's coming out, though, you can always use Control F as well, but that will be a feature that's going to be released shortly. In the meantime, now, if you don't want to sort through all your different leagues and say, oh man, what does it look like? Where are they at? Did I set my World Championship teams? Did I set my Player Profiler teams? Nope. All you have to do is click on the league that you're in, and it'll sort all of those based upon how many entries you have inside of that given format. So you don't need to scroll and keep scrolling and keep scrolling. It's there for you, and it is going to be easier for you to maneuver. Okay, back to my teams again. Show bids. So not a lot of changes here. There will be changes coming to the bidding system, the fab bids, so keep your eyes peeled for those. That's just a sneak peek. I can't give up all the good details in that yet, but there is going to be a lot more changes coming in the fab bidding process. And then if we go into one of my team pages, let's go ahead and take a look here at the Dynasty page. Okay, so we've cleaned up a lot of these things as well. There will be some news coming. There's going to be a lot of this stuff has been fully revamped and recleaned. You have all your links here as normal. And then there's going to be changes coming to my profile page here. They're not released yet, but it will be. This will be synced to your account, so you don't need to be filling this out every single time you log in. So once that is updated, we'll give everybody an update and make sure that you fill out all this information. It's going to be a sense of community here. You're going to be able to see people's Twitter handles and follow them on Twitter. It's going to bring a lot of sense of community to the FFWC, which is one of the reasons why I love this site and love playing here, is because we are, a smaller site. It is like a family, and I wanted to bring that family environment here with players and how they interact with one another. So let's go ahead now that we're in here. So you can go ahead, you can take a look at the team. So all these have been changed too. So if you notice the new look of the players the team emblems are on the side. Get used to this new design. This is also how it's going to look in the draft room, which I'm going to show you next. But you can kind of get a better feel for the layout and the look and how much more cleaner it has come here in 2022. But let's go ahead and find a draft board that I'm in. And let's go ahead and come on down here. Or draft room, I should say. This is tomorrow's draft. So if you come on in here, you can click enter draft, just like you always have. And voila, a lot of new features in here. So again, all the player pools have been updated with team emblems here as well. If you remember in 2021, it was very clunky and it was hard to add a player by the search bar. Well, guess what? Search bar has been moved right up here above the free agents key. You can just type in by a player's name. Let's look at Diggs. Okay, you can click find and boom, there he is. Hit the Q button and automatically goes over to the queue. That was such a complicated process prior to this year. I'm very happy to have that resolved. Also, now when you are inside the free agent queue here, or the free agent list, I should say, as you add players, the queue disappears. So you know if they have been added. If you are on mobile, it no longer takes you back to your queue every time you click the queue button inside the free agent list. You can just click, and then go and view and make sure they were added. Also, if you delete those players, they automatically go back as well. So it makes it nice and organized for you on as you're reviewing these things. Not a lot of people knew about this feature from last year, but you can actually punch in your ranks over here on the right. So click my ranks and you can start organizing your running backs or your wide receivers, your tight ends, your quarterbacks, whatever it may be. And then once you update those, so let's just head to wide receiver, right? So these are just going to be, you can just add these over, right? And you can organize these as such. And then if you save your rankings, it will save. Boom, your rankings were successfully saved. When you close this out, you can just click my ranks, and this will completely change here based upon who you have ranked. So I only did those 4, so let's just go back to the full-time fantasy ranks. Another tool a lot of people don't realize is here. If you click these dots up here at the top, it gives you all the statistics from the previous year, which is nice to see while you're drafting. I utilize that a lot. So again, a lot of cool features here, a lot of changes that we've made. I am very happy with the progress that we have made, but there's going to be a lot more coming. We're not done yet, folks. So a lot of changes still on the way here in 2022. This is going to be one of the best places to draft, if not the best place to draft in the industry now with all the tools that are coming. Okay, let's take a look at, when I say tools, let's look at real tools now. So we now have part of our subscription over at Full-Time Fantasy. We now have the average draft position or the ADP tools that are going to be sortable by format. So if you're a member only, go over to Full-Time Fantasy. If you're not, sign up, because there's going to be a ton of tools coming out here for drafters, and you can access your premium ADP tool for startup dynasties, your super flex bowls, your player profile championship drafts, or your world championship drafts. So let's go ahead and just head into the super flex bowl. You click it from right there. Boom. It gives you your last 10 drafts that they have been updated. It tells you the player, their average position drafted, their high, their low in the last 10 drafts. And then it gives you the numbers here where they have been drafted in those last 10 as well. The beauty about this too is we added, let's just say that you got Russell Gage, right? So let's just look up Gage. Boom. He's been going as wide receiver 44 through the last 10 drafts. You can see here that he's gone as pick 116, 114.9 on average, but he has gone, you can see his trend, right? 115, 114, 116, 112, 106, 122, 113, 128. Oh, look, news broke out. 109 now. So he's starting to climb already after the Godwin news, after the Gronkowski news. That was expected, but I would not be surprised to see Russell Gage 2 rounds higher here as the new ADPs start coming in with the new draft boards. So those are the new features. Those are the new tools. A lot of new stuff coming out. Keep your eyes peeled. I highly suggest signing up for the Full-Time Fantasy package. if you have not, in order to get these premium ADP tools for the in-draft tools that are going to be able to help you as you are drafting live. We will continue to give you updates both through YouTube, Twitter, and on the Full-Time Fantasy site. So if you have not done so, make sure to follow us all those accounts on Twitter, and make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you in the drafting streets. So long, and we'll see you soon. Take care.